It's Week 13 of the 2024 season, and coming up, it's Zay Flowers. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Ravens and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Now it's Jackson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Now it's Jackson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down. The Ravens at 11-1 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just one-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from the 1. Henry again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Jackson now. That pass is caught by Hardy. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Running from the gun with Henry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
Throwing is Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And he is caught. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This short throw caught by Goddard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff to Barkley on the option.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Hurts.
He's got the first down and more. And down to the 28-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson on the move to his left.
He finds his man, it's Charlie Kohler.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Milton Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So we've come to halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time, because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd and 5. Dotson in motion right.
From the 31,
Hurts.
To Barkley on the check down. So the completion good for just 3. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now it's Jackson. This complete to Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a game of 3. 3rd and 7.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Well, now what do? Do you run it again? Didn't have success there, or do you throw it?
Yeah, I think it'd play action right now. Fake it and get a quick pass to your favorite receiver and just try and gain some yardage and help out your punter.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. On the return, Hardy. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This short throw caught by Goddard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. He'll get it inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A.J. Brown. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Second down and 8.
Here's Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Nabi Matabike.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. From the gun, it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Barkley, inside handoff. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Second and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. Jones has it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Baltimore.
Throwing is Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a second and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, Barkley. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 8, 57 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Jackson. Able to find Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes second down. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They